In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 college football games happening on November 7, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 college football games after fully watching this video. One thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Florida Atlantic versus East Carolina. The East Carolina Pirates are set to host the Florida Atlantic Owls this upcoming Thursday in what promises to be an exciting matchup. Last season, the Pirates emerged victorious in this contest, securing a 22-7 win while also covering the spread. This time around, both teams will be looking to build momentum, with East Carolina aiming for a solid performance to continue their season, while Florida Atlantic is hoping to rebound from a tough stretch. So far this season, the East Carolina Pirates hold a 4-4 record with a 2-2 mark in conference play. In their most recent game, they dominated Temple with a commanding 56-34 victory. The Pirates entered halftime with a 27-21 lead, and in the second half, they put the game out of reach by scoring 29 points in the third quarter alone. East Carolina outgained Temple by a significant margin, racking up 500 total yards compared to Temple's 405. Additionally, the Pirates won the turnover battle 3-2 and converted 8 of 15 third down attempts. Despite a few setbacks earlier in the season, including losses to Army and Charlotte, the Pirates have been competitive offensively, averaging 30 points per game. Their offense has been productive through both the air and on the ground, with 263.9 passing yards and 133.6 rushing yards per game. On the defensive side, however, East Carolina has struggled, allowing 28 points per game this season. On the other hand, the Florida Atlantic Owls are enduring a challenging season with a 2-6 overall record and a 0-4 mark in conference play. Their most recent game ended in a disappointing 44-21 loss to South Florida. Despite holding a 14-7 lead at halftime and later leading 21-14 in the third quarter, the Owls were outscored 30-0 in the final period, ultimately falling by a wide margin. In total yards, the Owls were outgained 525-485, and they also lost the turnover battle 1-0. Additionally, they struggled on third downs, converting just 5 of 16 attempts. Prior to this loss, Florida Atlantic had suffered narrow defeats to UTSA and North Texas. The Owls' offense has managed to score 24 points per game, with 196.8 passing yards and 169.8 rushing yards per game. Defensively, they have been porous, allowing 30 points per game to their opponents. Heading into this matchup, the East Carolina Pirates have won 3 of their last 4 home games, while the Florida Atlantic Owls are mired in a 4-game losing streak on the road. East Carolina boasts a stronger offensive unit and has a clear advantage in this game, primarily due to their ability to run the ball effectively. Florida Atlantic's defense has been especially weak against the run, surrendering more than 240 rushing yards per game, which plays into the Pirates' strengths. In addition to their strong running game, East Carolina is capable of moving the ball through the air, which should make it even more challenging for the Owls' defense to contain them. Florida Atlantic's defense has struggled mightily, particularly on the road, where they have allowed at least 35 points in 3 consecutive games. Given these factors, the East Carolina Pirates to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. As for the total points in this game, both teams have recently shown an inclination for high-scoring affairs. The Owls have gone over the total in 4 of their last 5 games, while the Pirates have done so in their last 3. Florida Atlantic's offense averages 24 points per game, and although they have a solid rushing attack, they will be facing a defense that has allowed 28 points per game and ranks 99th against the pass. On the other hand, East Carolina averages 30 points per game, and their rushing attack will face a Florida Atlantic defense that ranks 129th in stopping the run and is surrendering 30 points per game. With both offenses capable of generating significant yardage and scoring, particularly given the weaknesses of both defenses, there's a strong likelihood that the game will go over the projected total. Expect plenty of big plays and scoring opportunities on both sides, making over the projected total our full game total pick. Appalachian State versus Coastal Carolina. The Appalachian State Mountaineers are set to face the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers in a crucial Week 11 matchup of the 2024 college football season. This game will take place on Thursday evening at Brooks Stadium in Conway, South Carolina, as part of Sun Belt Conference action. Appalachian State comes into this contest on a 2-game winning streak, having secured a 28-20 victory over the Old Dominion Monarchs in their most recent game. On the other hand, Coastal Carolina is struggling, currently on a 3-game losing streak after falling 38-24 to the Troy Trojans in their latest road game. Looking at the Mountaineers' recent performance, they have enjoyed success, defeating Georgia State and Old Dominion in their last 2 games. Their upcoming opponent will be James Madison. However, the Mountaineers have had difficulty on the road, losing 3 of their last 4 away games. Their rushing attack averages 152.8 yards per game, with running back Amani Marshall leading the way with 354 yards and 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Appalachian State has struggled to contain opponents, allowing an average of 34 points and 430.6 yards per game, which they will need to improve upon moving forward. As for the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, they have not found success recently, having lost to Louisiana and Troy. Their next game will be against Marshall. At home, the Chanticleers have been inconsistent, splitting their last 4 games. Their rushing attack has been a bright spot, averaging 172.4 yards per game, with Braydon Bennett pacing the offense with 391 yards and 7 touchdowns. However, defensively, Coastal Carolina has struggled, surrendering an average of 32 points and 428.1 yards per game, showing that they have yet to establish a dominant defensive presence. When comparing the 2 teams' offenses over the last few games, there is a clear contrast. Coastal Carolina has only been able to average 18 points per game in their last 3 contests, while Appalachian State has been more productive, putting up 30.5 points per game in their last 2 matchups. Although both offenses have shown potential, Appalachian State's passing attack stands out. Ranked 21st in the nation, they are averaging 283.8 passing yards per game. Coastal Carolina's defense, unfortunately, has been unable to stop teams from scoring, and they will likely struggle to contain the Mountaineers' potent offense. Appalachian State's offensive line has been impressive, allowing just 9 sacks in their first 8 games, which bodes well for their ability to keep the chains moving in this matchup. Historically, Appalachian State has had success against Coastal Carolina, winning 4 of the last 7 matchups between the 2 teams. The Mountaineers are coming off a solid win over Old Dominion, and their passing attack is their strength. With an average of 283.8 yards per game, they are ranked 20th in the country in passing yards. Appalachian State's rushing game, which averages 152.8 yards per game, will face a struggling Coastal Carolina defense that has been porous against the run, allowing an average of 210.6 rushing yards per game, while Coastal Carolina's pass defense is ranked 67th nationally, allowing just 217.5 passing yards per game. This statistic can be misleading. Most teams have been able to take advantage of Coastal Carolina's weak run defense, leading them to pass less often. As the season progresses, Appalachian State has shown a tendency to perform well in November, covering the spread in each of their last 5 games in the month. On the flip side, Coastal Carolina has struggled against the spread, failing to cover in 5 of their last 6 games. Although neither team has been overly consistent, it's clear that Appalachian State is currently playing better football. With 2 straight wins, they are riding high, while Coastal Carolina has lost 3 consecutive games and 4 of their last 5 overall. The Chanticleers' defense has been particularly concerning during their losing streak, as they rank 116th in total defense and 114th in scoring defense. Given these trends, the Appalachian State Mountaineers money line is our full game side pick. When it comes to the total points for this game, it is important to note that the total has gone under in 6 of Appalachian State's last 9 games, despite their ability to put up points. Additionally, the total has gone under in 4 of the last 6 meetings between Appalachian State and Coastal Carolina. While both teams have shown offensive firepower at times, the statistics point to a game where both teams may struggle to score as the season progresses. With bowl eligibility on the line, expect both teams to focus on improving their defense, which could lead to fewer points being scored than expected. Neither defense has been stellar this season, but both have the ability to force turnovers and keep opposing offenses from finding the end zone. If either team resorts to field goals or punts more often, it would eliminate the possibility of hitting the over. Given these factors, we believe the total points will stay under the projected number, making under the projected total our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.